I mean, those that I'm playing.
Oh, Ancelotti is in FIFA 21.
He looks slimmer, huh?
He's slimmer. Slimmer.
He's not wearing his jacket lah, so doesn't look mafia. This is the team that lost to Arsenal.
Les Van de Beek lah. Les Van de Beek. Rashford is a scary man. Rashford is a scary player.
There we go.
This is what I'm talking about. Rashford, so fast, so dangerous.
This is ideal start. So we realize I don't have Pogba. Just to let you know, guys.
Oh, you took up Pogba?
Took up Pogba, yes. In fact, I don't think he's even in my subs. Mafia getting angry. Hey, deal with it, bruh.
Oh, Rashford again.
Yeah, unselfishly. Dude, are you... Come on, man. You need to change your plan, man. It's not working, man. Stop giving me an easy game.
This is the wow, top flash.
It seems like
Seems like the defense is being torn apart.
Yeah, because he got speed lah. He got speed in attack. Bruno Fernandes is.
He's fast too in FIFA 21 actually.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
It's okay. I give you false hope because when the real match happens, then it will be totally different. I give you happy today.
It's okay, no worries.
Kiss my badge for the fans, by the fans, covering the most watched league in the world. And shout out to our content partner, Matchday Affairs. So the next game that we're going to talk about is possibly the next biggest game for game week 8, which is Everton hosting Manchester United at Goodison Park.
Let me just state the intent.
What intent?
What intent?
What
Okay.
intent?
The intent.
Well, see, both of us don't know what intent.
For me, as a United fan, as a true United fan who has a holistic view on the club,
Why?
I'm not the Ole in, Ole out, save Ole clan.
Save Ole!
Save Ole!
No,
Ole!
Save Ole!
save Manchester United. Because if these players are gonna be miserable and they show their poor attitude on Goodison Park, it's okay. Fire the entire coaching team. I couldn't care less. Whoever next guy is coming, Pochettino, whatever, it will happen to him too. Because we had so many managers change. The players that we have right now were never good. We have not invested correctly. And the management has not done its part. So whoever is going to continue the legacy, or Ole gets to keep his job and move along, if there's no fundamental change within the hierarchy, it's going to continue.
No, I think it's hashtag partly blame Ole. Even though it's the management.
You can blame Ole as so much as you want, because I feel like okay, so if you're talking about, let's talk about the recent defeat we had with Arsenal. First of all, let's go Arsenal.
That is the widest grin you will see today. That's the widest.
Party.
Widest grin you will see today, I tell you.
Okay, so
Bullied.
Yes, it is not the way how you lost. It's the way how they win.
14 years.
Yes.
okay, they won because we
14
considered
years.
a penalty.
Yes.
Straightforward.
No, not just your penalty. That one player which we said last week shouldn't play.
Yeah, we discussed this last
Yes.
week. Maguire and Pogba.
Who
Should
chose
they
him?
be in the team?
Yeah.
You said
said
yes.
yes. Ole also played him, so that means whose fault is that? So that means yep.
No, I mean, okay.
You still think that he should be in? He should be in.
The thing is, if you're a manager, right, wouldn't you feel pressured to actually put a World Cup winner on the bench, fully fit already?
Look, Firmino is out.
Yeah, man. He's Brazilian. He's the. This is mentioned correctly by one of our fans, which I read. He is the first one to be a head, the one that is chosen to be the trident with Salah and Mane. But even now, Klopp actually excludes him out from the starting 11 and puts Jota in, which is for the team. That's what the manager is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Your guys got Van der Beek, which I think is quite a good player,
Yeah.
and he's young. It's a risk worth taking than
Why not?
Pogba.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I totally agree, and I feel like Ole, if he's still listening, I mean, no, but I see rationale. I'm a really realistic guy. Sometimes I feel like his rotation is all done in view of not getting his good players injured, because Manchester United, first of all, over the seasons, we've been plagued by injuries, especially during important periods of the season, like to big players. Okay, and that could
Still
screw up,
first.
Oh yeah.
that screw ups the entire form, because if you have a number of top players who are going to be injured for 6 weeks, anything beyond 6 weeks is crazy. It's gone.
One season.
You know,
Very crazy,
exactly. So I don't blame him, because there's a lack of quality plus the lack of depth, and then of course that's when he has to come and aggressively rotate. I mean, talk about the RB Leipzig win, right, 5-0. He could have just gone with the same team. Honestly, I wish he just gone on to the same team, but it wasn't. It was a change team, a couple of changes in the middle, and started with Pogba. Honestly, when I watched the game, I was like, this has to be the most boring game ever. Like the first half of, obviously Arsenal, you guys could have capitalized on the open goal and all that kind of thing. Didn't happen.
William hit the bar,
And
Aubameyang missed a sitter.
Correct. And then
Just to name a few.
we had our own chances, didn't make them count. Second half we did better, but then that's when we considered a penalty. So it was sway all the way after the penalty, because towards the end we were attacking, and then of course Arsenal know how to defend, and then it became like a KG game towards the end.
You cannot see. I think it's a bit wrong.
I was going for a draw, because I feel like both teams were like not looking to win.
What?
No. To me,
I
it's
think
like two points lah. For me lah. I think it's kind of wrong to say it's sway, because if you watch the game, right, Arsenal's midfield is running the midfield
Yeah, I
ragged.
mean, I totally agree.
Yeah, ragged. So secondly, instead of like going for a draw, I think United were not attacking very well.
I think the tenacity
Yeah.
But-
that existed last season when Manchester United went up against Liverpool for that draw was missing.
Yeah, you're right.
I totally agree, and I just feel like whether it's still early days for the team to gel, because you have new players. This is again Bruno's first full season, coming from a short
First full season. Last season he was 3/4 in, right?
Yeah. He was in
from
from,
Jena.
Yeah. So he's actually
I mean, talk about starting from a full season lah, from early days
very
lah.
roller coaster lah, I feel.
Yeah, I mean,
very inconsistent like VR.
very inconsistent.
Yeah,
I mean,
very inconsistent.
if to simply put, that is United inconsistent team ever, because we show signs, we give promise, and then in the end we come out with
You need a better manager. Look at us.
Okay,
Yeah, Unai.
let's say
Same set of players.
Yeah, exactly.
Unai, same set of players. Problematic. Saka was having problems in the midfield. He did a tantrum and all that. To Arteta, different.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks Saka. Please get out. Partey is in.
So if you can see Arteta coming in during project
But
restart, right?
Arteta is that kind of player, ex-legend, who's influencing the thing. You saw this with Ole in the early days. So don't speak too early. That's
How
all I'm
early is
going to
that?
tell you.
He's already.
It's still up and down. I
For-
feel.
he's
To
already
sum
4
up
years, right?
Ole's.
I mean, okay. Have you seen the
career.
stat where it says 100 days comparison with Klopp?
This is a very good comparison. I love this. I expected
100 games.
this. Yes.
So in all
Good comparison.
100
I love it.
games.
Why you love it?
Because in the end, what's the 100 days that Ole has and 100 days that Klopp has, right? It's the same, but the progress is different.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
As in, how long has Klopp remain in the game, in the team, with the team.
He's
From
just,
that 100 games, right?
Uh-huh.
So recalling from the 100
Yeah,
games,
100 games.
up to now, how many seasons? How many games?
Up till now.
Yeah. Were there any expectations set from that time, that 100 games, that you should go on and win
He
the
said
EPL?
he said himself 5 years. He said himself.
So was it 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how
So
many games?
time was given to him, right?
Yeah.
So
100 games.
100 games to this guy. 100.
Uh-huh.
He just completed 100 games against Arsenal.
But that's the thing. The progress.
And he's brought, okay, like, that's the thing. Like, you know, there was a season where Jose Mourinho finished second in the
Yes.
league
Uh-huh.
with Sanchez, piano player, and all that. And he said, "This is the best result I can get for this team, given that he had lack of spending and all that kind of thing."
Uh-huh.
Last season, we became third with the lack in spending and with Ole. So this season, 8 games into the
You want to give him more time.
yes, 8 games into the league, people are screaming from his head. Where else? First of all, he's having fun. I mean, you could debate all you want. For me, I still feel like he's playing and looking at his best team.
You know that
Because there's Van der Beek,
Ah.
there's Bruno to consider, there's Pogba to consider, Matic to consider, Fred to consider. So there's Scott McTominay to consider. So you got 6 midfield players, including Mata. So 7 solid players that he has to configure them to be the ideal midfield position.
I have to compare in a few things. First of all, the players that Ole has up till now, like 100 games, and the player that Klopp has up till that point of time that he has 100 games is a bit different. Because you guys bought young players and all that. You got a World Cup winner, and all that.
But Pogba was inherited. It wasn't
Okay,
bought. Yeah.
okay. So that means he inherited.
Talk about
a World Cup.
people he bought, players who bought. They have been a difference, except for the
Yeah.
fridge.
So within the first 100 games, of course, Klopp also inherited some players lah.
Yeah, of course lah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Henderson,
Yeah.
he got Lallana and all
Correct,
that lah.
correct,
All the
correct,
players that he inherited as well lah. So when he inherited these people, first 100 games, in fact, the second season we went to the Europa League final. So that's why I say his progress.
I don't disagree. I'm just talking about that 100 games compared.
A bit of a highlight, the defense. Oh, penalty.
This is what will happen also.
But
This will
is a
happen.
very- this is a very penalty.
This is what gonna happen.
This is correct. This is
Confirm,
correct, guys.
confirm.
This is
correct.
So I'm going through the true storyline. This is what will happen, definitely.
Gonna
Ancelotti is
call
not going to be
the
happy.
mafia.
Definitely. So I got this thing.
At least he hit the water bottle.
Yeah.
was
You're
quite
aiming.
He
You're
can
aiming.
see.
You're
where
aiming
I'm
for the
gonna
water
go,
bottle, right? You're
yeah,
aiming for the
that's
water
right,
bottle,
that's
right?
right.
This looks threatening.
Come on, Spider.
Save, but still a chance.
Nervous, right? Nervous,
Oh,
right?
man,
Nervous,
shit,
right?
Just a few seconds.
It's
One-on-one
Bernard lah.
with-
Bernard cannot finish lah. Bloody hell lah, Bernard.
On the actual day, Fred has to play. Because Fred is going to be like the dogged midfielder.
He read that
He's
brilliantly.
going to run and catch all the ball. So
Cleared away.
He's your CDM.
he's my CDM. He's going to be my CDM.
See, you do play better without Pogba.
Yeah.
In this version of FIFA 21,
And now it is
Yeah.
Everton players are not good.
Yeah, Everton players are not good. They are slow, sluggish.
Because managers in FIFA 21 doesn't contribute to how good the player is.
Yep.
Can
But
feel
in
it's
real life,
very.
in real
Yeah.
life, Ancelotti is doing a lot of things.
It's very. Their players are very sluggish, but actually in the real life, right? They are very resilient. They keep on attacking and all that. They cannot catch up to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes in real life is not that fast, lah. But Rashford is very fast, and Greenwood is also very fast.
There it is. In position. Routine,
Oh.
really.
Wow.
Are you
purposely
yeah,
doing
are you
this?
purposely losing because
I know, I
it's
know.
Everton? You cannot be this dumb, man.
And shit.
Yeah. Cannot be lah.
Still could be dangerous. Well, the attack carried an initial
Hey,
threat,
ref.
fizzled out. Is it going to be? Oh, in it goes. No, he has.
Hat-trick hero.
There's a moment for it.
In real life, Bruno Fernandes will not score this much.
We'll see, bro. We'll see.
Unless it's a penalty.
We'll see. We'll see.
2 penalties and 1
You
open
practically
goal.
gifted the ball to me.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, at least he didn't injure Bruno.
Oh, I should have tackled him. Right. Tackle him.
And a long way out.
Oh.
I think that's the first shot on target.
Is it? Because he said 5-0, I triggered.
At 4-0 then you
right.
You should be triggered at 2-0. At 89 minutes some more.
And still trying to get the shot off.
Wow, now that is good.
Goal. But will it be purely?
Trigger already.
That's how
He
much,
said 5-0, right? No more 5-0, bro. At least 1 goal in.
So now you know how to roll the ball lah.
Yeah. Actually, for just now, I want to roll ball. I just
And the defensive
relax only,
coach
relax.
will be all over
Chill,
this
chill.
one. Shocking defending. There's so much time for the
Shocking
strikers. That can't
defending
be right.
because of the fridge.
James
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
That's a good goal, man.
Yes, Ancelotti is a bit happier. He's not gonna kill
Mafia
someone
boss
today. Don Carlo is not
No
gonna-
assassination.
Yeah, Don Carlo will not kill anyone
tonight.
today. I think Everton will win. Because Everton is not as risky as this.
Donny van de
And Manchester United is not as good as this. So
We
I'm
can
guessing-
be.
Without
can be.
Pogba, without
Yeah,
Pogba.
yeah.
We can be.
No, that's the thing. I think Pogba will still play tomorrow. And you guys won't. Nah, Pogba will play tomorrow.
I get what
And
you
it won't
mean.
be as good as this. Yeah, and my defense cannot cope with your speed. But I think in the real game, right, it's not possible that they cannot cope with your speed. Yerry Mina is a very, very smart player.
Besides the 100 days, right?
Yep.
Let's talk about
100
style.
games, 100 games.
100 games.
Yeah.
Sorry, 100
Hunger
days of
Games.
summer.
Yeah. 500 days of summer.
Anyway.
Okay, anyways.
So, let's talk about, besides the 100 games,
Yep.
right?
Okay.
Let's talk about style. Let's talk about strategy. Let's talk about play.
Comparison of?
Because let's say I'm talking about how a big difference is when Arteta came in. The style of play that Arsenal changed.
Yes.
Right? And you know Guardiola's style of play.
Yes.
And you know Klopp's style of play when he started.
Yep.
Gegen pressing, and now he adapted to something else.
Yep.
Right? Do you see a style of play for Ole now that is progressive and you say, yep, this is positive?
I would say Ole's style is more of high press, and then he tries to do a quick
Counter attack.
counter attack of it plus quick movement. If you realize, most of Ole's game is like filled with a lot of passes. I feel like it's a very passing team.
Yeah.
It's not a very attacking oriented team. It's always passing.
But I felt that when it was 1-0 down, he didn't make much changes, unlike Mourinho, who would have done something, spectacular.
I understand that's always been a complaint for Ole as well. I
Klopp
mean,
also lah. I admit that that's a bit similarity in Klopp. Sometimes Klopp tends to not move. He trusts the players
Trusts
that
the
are on the
players to
field
do something.
do something.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's what he intends to do as well, because the moment you go and do an aggressive change, I mean, these are professionals, right? I mean, at the end of the day, they also want the manager's backing. Show me some faith. And honestly, after going 1-0 down, I felt like Arsenal was going to hold the game very strongly.
Yeah.
And honestly, to throw big guns, and I mean, after that stage, you only had like a couple substitutions to make, and he just had to use what he had.
Were you impressed by Cavani? He did had one chance.
He had one chance when he just came in, and I felt like Cavani needs more game. Obviously, the thing is, we've got the players.
It's a panic buy, right? So
It's a panic buy. Obviously, it's a panic buy.
so
but
was it worth it then?
I feel like he can come in and make the difference? Because right now he's coming in at the 60th minute, 70th minute.
70th, quite late.
Correct. So that's all the time he's gonna get. Honestly, I don't see him
At
as a
his
starter.
age, probably no lah. I think
I don't
maybe lah.
see even if he starts, he probably halftime will come out. So I'm more interested in how Ole the midfield conundrum, as in just solve that puzzle. Like who is your best 4 midfielders you're gonna go and stick with it. And Harry Maguire has always been looking out of depth. It's time to, really change the defense as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like against Arsenal, we were lined up as a 4 defensive line, and then eventually it got into because we got deeper, and then it was like wing backs, and then these guys were pressing very high. I just feel like Ole is a good motivator. Ole is a good manager when it comes to man management. At any press conference, he will never throw the player under the bus. Like, for that sense, I hope the team backs him.
And you agree that you have the players to do high pressing.
Correct. I mean, we do. It's just that
Okay.
there's this masala that they're not getting right.
There's this
Masalah
problem.
to say
The mix, the masala mix is not getting right.
Okay.
Right now, rojak lah.
Yeah, because if let's say given you, if let's say give you 2 things you can tweak in the Manchester United team, what will you do?
Wow.
Let's say you are the owner. Yeah, you are the owner. 2 things you can tweak.
Give more money.
Yeah, buy the right players.
Yeah,
exactly.
Buy the right players.
All
Because
along,
right
it's just
now
buy
you
the
don't-
right
you
players.
don't have the right players.
He never
One
got
player.
his players.
He never got.
Who's your left back?
Sure.
Shaw. I
Sergio.
will replace Shaw.
The thing
Because
is,
right now
to
you
be
need.
replaced by Alex Telles, right?
LSLS, COVID. See,
Yeah.
that's the
See?
thing.
How long
2000.
already?
He was just positive last week.
Trump took 1 week only.
Yeah, come on, man.
So
Old man like that
wasn't-
can be replaced,
Trump
can
wasn't
recover.
tested positive, isn't he? No,
He
I
is.
don't know, man.
he wasn't. His 8 was tested positive. He was in isolation.
Yes,
Oh.
they reported he had it.
He had it.
Is it? He had
Yes,
it?
the
If within
full-
1
the
week
full
or 2
thing.
weeks, he's
His
done.
wife,
chicken
him,
pox
all
like
that got
Yeah.
tested positive.
So it's
Oh,
something
old man like
happening
him.
there.
Yeah. So left wing back and right wing back nowadays is
Wan-Bissaka?
important. Wan-Bissaka cannot cross for nuts, I think.
Yes.
He can run fast, that's why he recovers fast. But he's no Bellerin or Tierney who can come out and cross nicely or pass. Which right now,
That's what we
I think
need.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's what you need. That's one thing I
Yeah.
would change.
Yep.
Second is I would play around Greenwood and Rashford.
Make a
Because
team
they are
around these
fast
two lah.
Yeah, they are fast
Yeah.
players, and they can interchange between each other. They can go wide. They can come to the central. They are quite physically strong enough as well. I would build a team around these two, supported by Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
I would change that.
I think for me, first thing I'll change is Ole. If it's me.
You
I
would
don't
just
think
now
so.
hashtag save Ole.
Yeah,
now you
no,
want
I
to
say
replace
Ole because if it's back to the question of me as a rival fan, I would want Ole to stay.
Why now? Why you want to?
If I'm
what's
the owner of
what's the
Manchester
logical-
United, I want to get Ole out and get a better manager like Pochettino in.
Okay.
Because
What is a better play? What has Pochettino won?
but what has Ole won?
Ole is
besides
a winner.
not being a player.
Besides a player,
Yeah. Cannot
he's,
play.
he's won domestic leagues
Domestic league as in?
in Norway.
In Norway.
Talk about the Premier League.
So
So
obviously
basically, it's
haven't won
100
anything.
games. You haven't won anything, right? So it's a fair enough comparison. The
Okay.
thing is that with the squad that Pochettino has, that he hasn't spent money, he brings Spurs up attacking football and all that, right? With all the money that Ole has spent, he's been given money to spend. With the money that he has spent, the players are still not reacting well to him, and he hasn't got the tactics, or not say tactics lah, them to perform to his tactics. I think he should be out, man. As an owner, I would
Well,
get him
Do
out.
I get the
not-
same
I think it's
same
not-
question?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get.
Okay. So my
Yeah.
two.
But you, I know already. You won't kick Ole out. You will.
I will keep Ole. Okay.
Then?
First of all,
Say Ole.
right?
Yeah.
All along we should have a technical director. Appoint a damn.
I thought you
technical-
have a technical director.
No, we don't. Never had.
As in a football director lah.
Yeah, a football
Director of
director.
football.
Yeah,
lah.
right now the CEO is doing the buying and selling. I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He is the one who decides.
The one
what
that people want to burn the house.
Ah.
That's the one.
Mr. Woodward.
Yeah.
So he is the one that is the culprit because he is choosing players for the United team where Ole has no say in the transfers. He bought the fridge because, Harry Maguire. It wasn't Ole's choice. Ole's choice was delete.
But Ole's choice was to put Pogba in still.
Okay, you see that's the thing. If you're gonna go
No,
back,
I think it's different topic. It's about purchasing.
I'm talking
the
about
players.
overall,
Yeah,
holistic view,
yeah,
holistic view.
Yeah.
I will keep Ole, hire a technical director, and just buy the players the manager asked
Okay,
for.
I agree. That is very
got
important
two ni.
because Arteta works with Edu to buy the players that they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they got
You
Partey.
can see. Yes, you can
Yeah.
see. And it
And
strengthens.
it
And it works.
It strengthens.
Yeah,
It strengthens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you bring in a football director, you bring in his connections.
Yeah.
You bring in
That's true. That's
his
true.
network of agents that he knows
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Like Edu, he knows
Intelligence.
Brazil very well. He brings in
Gabriel
and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
So
point.
that's where the point is.
That's
really
where I'm coming from
valid.
too.
It's valid. It's valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think football director is valid.
We,
But
we don't have any, and then one CEO who has no football background is buying the players, and then what he gets to choose which manager stays. I think it's really unfair if Ole gets sacked without even having that 100% backing because this slump is not permanent. I mean, we were coming from a solid 4 games run with victory, 1 draw. I mean,
That's
after
why
that,
it's a
That's a
roller
pattern,
coaster.
yeah, that's a
correct.
pattern.
So then,
Yes, we identify the
then
pattern.
one defeat and then everyone goes crazy. I mean, I'm talking about
Because it's
EPL.
happening too often. This up
Yeah.
and down roller
It's
coaster.
Exactly.
very
So
open.
I feel like it's teething is a wrong word, but it seems like that. Like he still hasn't figured his best.
Well, he may
midfield.
not
100
have
games
time.
already,
He
eh?
may not have time because
Yeah,
he's
man.
against an Everton team who is resurgent with their new manager.
Yeah.
And plus their midfield. If you want to talk about midfield, right? Now they
Yes,
have
man.
a midfield of Allen, James Rodriguez is coming back, and
Gomez,
the
Core. These are
These are- it's a
season.
CDM.
These are seasoned players.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Core, Allen and Gomez. They are
Even though
seasoned
I have to
EPL
mention this, ever since we interviewed Sasi on the 24th of October, right? Everton did not win after that.
Bad
Sasi,
things. Bad things happen too.
you can say lah how big your club is, but you lost to
Poor thing lah,
Southampton
Sasi.
2-0 and you
Shout
lost
out
to
lah.
Newcastle 2-1. So bad
thing
things
lah.
happen to bad people.
Karena red card, Richarlison won't be in anyway.
Yeah, but
yeah.
but the midfield is still strong.
still
And
strong.
James Rodriguez is coming
Yes.
back,
Yep.
right? And Calvert-Lewin is
Calvert-Lewin
top scorer.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's strong and he
He
can
has-
hit and he can. I
yes.
think he can jump higher than Maguire.
He will
Yeah.
challenge
no matter
Maguire.
how tall
Definitely,
Maguire
yes.
is.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
what do you think of your chances, man?
my honestly a victory for me would be a draw.
Yeah.
Would
A
victory
for
would
you,
be a
a
draw?
happy result.
No,
yeah,
a
happy
draw
result
would
for
be
you.
a victory for
Yeah.
me.
Oh.
Yes.
Then a victory, a win would be a celebration for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm thinking along these two lines.
Fortunate when you're looking at Everton and then
It's
a draw is
it's
a good result.
It's at that.
Oh,
it's-
correct lah. Because Everton not above them. Makes sense. Makes sense.
It's at that
Makes
point
sense.
now. It's at that point now. Obviously, I want my manager to stay. I want the Manchester
also.
United team to show faith because I feel like now they are abandoning ship. Like I understand it is.
Oh, the fans.
The fans.
No,
Talking about
the
the fans or
players
players?
itself. The
Really?
players itself. I mean,
Really?
it's horrible showing. I mean, defensively and going frontwards. Against the German team, we had no problems going in front. So I feel like you can have all the attacking players we can use, but if the defense is gonna let goals like that, then you put
Zebra cannot see orange lah.
Kylian Mbappe or Neymar in our team, they are not going to be outscored because these guys are fools at the back.
I think Man U will win because they lost 2 already. It's time to go up again.
No, I think they will lose.
Oh,
Then they
three.
will win.
Then they will
3
win.
they will win. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Usually it's quite equal, like balance. 4 wins, 4 lose, or 4 wins, 3 loss. Then they win. That kind of thing. Very balanced. We see the
How are you even keeping track of
pattern?
this?
Pattern. It's a pattern.
Pattern.
We can foresee this.
Screw your
This is the only pattern.